going off of what someone had said about, something about phone calls or the companies, the Communications Act, first passed in 1934, states that telephone companies are prohibited from giving out information regarding their customers' calling habits, such as whom they're calling, how often, the routes, what calls are going back and forth, and numbers. There is a fine that's up to, well, it varies, it could be up to $130,000. The Electronic Frontier Foundation says that in early 2006, they gathered evidence from a former AT&T technician, Mark Klein, showing that AT&T is cooperating with the illegal surveillance. The undisputed documents show that AT&T installed a fiber optic splitter and it's at its faculty in San Francisco, and it makes copies of all of the emails, web browsing, phone calls, and other internet trafficking from AT&T customers, and then provides those copies to the NSA. I have some stuff that shows that the NSA is bribing some of these companies to go against the Communication Act that's supposed to prohibit them from giving out our information. USA Today stated that the sources said that when the NSA made it clear that they were willing to pay for cooperation, failure to hand over server data leaves companies subject to a government lawsuit, which can be expensive and incredibly harmful. Yet they're being compensated for their services. And then going towards whether or not the NSA is actually being productive in protecting us from terrorism attacks. An article in the Washington Post stated that an analysis of 225 terrorism cases inside the United States since the Twin Towers attack concluded that the bulk collection of phone records by the National Security Agency has had no discernible impact on preventing acts against terrorism. In the majority of these cases, traditional law enforcement and investigative methods provided tips or evidence to help them figure out what was happening. More than half of the cases were initiated as a result of traditional investigative tools. The most common was community or family tip to the authorities. Other methods included using informants or suspicious activity reported by people or members of the FBI. A study done by, by the Washington Post again, stated that findings of the White House appointed review group said that last month the NSA counterterrorism program was not essential to preventing attacks, and that much of the evidence it turned up could readily have been obtained by any other matter. The NSA seems to be, just kidding. They waste a lot of money.